This looks extremely yellow. I don't know what the... And it's, you know, 12:47, so I'm not gonna ask my wife to fix this because she's asleep. The Vegas Golden Knights win 5-4 against Calgary Flames in overtime. This game, so it's Tuesday night. I wasn't really feeling hyped, and I just was casually watching this game. You know, it wasn't like that. I don't know. We're on an 8-game point streak, and I was just, and there's like no stakes really to this. It's a regular season game. Flames score first. Mackenzie Weegar, he scored the last goal from the Flames Vegas game against us, so you know. But Vegas is able to respond with a power play goal from Chandler Stevenson. That's goals in 3 straight games for this dude. And this one on the power play, it was great. It was, and so we go into the second, tied 1-1, and then the Flames score again. Nazem Kadri tips this one home. This puck was going way wide, Connor Zary, and then it just bounces off of Kadri's arm and past Thompson. Not great, but you know, it was tipped, and it's 2-1. But again, Vegas is able to respond. The puck trickles from the corner where Eichel's working it to Stone, who then kind of fumbles it, but then it straight to the Barbashev, who was like the third man deep. It was a straight line that the puck went in, and he grabs it, and before anyone else can get there, because they're all jumping to do it, he snipes this thing home, and it's a tie game again, 2-2. The end of the second period, Igor Sharangovich streams up the right side, and it's an odd man rush 3-on-2, and he whips this thing, and it bounces off of Thompson's glove and in. And that is an awful one for Thompson to let in. And I'm gonna go on about this a little bit later, but we go into the third period down a goal. This happened directly after we had the puck in their zone for so long. The Vegas Golden Knights dominated that second period. They outshot them like 15-4, and Thompson lets in 2 of the 4 shots that he faces, and yes, he faced barely any, and throughout that whole time, and maybe like that cooled him down enough, and he like let in it was a bad goal. And the Vegas Golden Knights, despite outplaying the Flames, are down, not for long, on the power play. Mark Stone, the captain. They couldn't really get a play set up, but on the rush in, which you hardly see this on the power play, specifically with the Vegas Golden Knights, which might be why we don't score as much on it, but William Karlsson, who has underrated speed, goes up and passes it perfectly over to Stone, right in front of Dustin Wolf, who's their goalie in net, and we get it in. And it's a tie game, 3-3. Yeah, let's go. And then, for the first time in the night, the Vegas Golden Knights will lead the game because with like 3.5 minutes left, the Flames win a defensive zone draw. Marchessault creates the turnover, and the puck ends up going over Stevenson, who with a very quick pass sends it over to William Karlsson, who rifles this thing home. And it's his 13th of the season. He's on pace for 35, and he's got that inaugural season glow about him this season. I love it. Love to see it. And the Vegas Golden Knights, for the first time in the game, with 3.5 minutes left, have the lead in this game. And then the biggest weakness of the VGK this season reared its ugly head. If I'm Bruce Cassidy, all I'm doing for practice for the next week and a half is 6-on-5. Because whether we're defending it or like against it, or we have it, we are just absolute dog water. I do not understand how bad we are at this, especially because defending it last season, we were phenomenal at it. And we have the same exact team with the same exact coach, and we won the Stanley. And I don't understand how they are this bad at 6-on-5. And yeah, this goal was the shot is sent on from the point, and Igor Sharangovich tips it. The stick is a little high, but it's not a high stick, and it goes perfectly down and past Logan Thompson, who is standing on his skates when it goes past him, which is unacceptable. In this season, he's gotten a lot of undeserved hate. There have been a couple of soft goals that he's let in throughout the season that he's played, but in general, he's been really, really solid. His save percentage has been good. His goals against has been really good. We've had an excellent tandem. In general, we have been super blessed because he's been producing great goaltending. Despite all of that, and how much I love him, and I think he's been getting undeserved hate, tonight, oof, dude, the game tying goal at 4-on-4, and then the goal that made it 3-2. The last 2 goals he let in this game were really, really bad. You need a save on either of those. Yes, Vegas defensively broke down on both of those goals to allow an odd man rush, but those are gonna happen every game, and you need a save, and he had an opportunity to make the save. It was in his glove, and it just bounced in. And then this one, he's standing up. Like, dude, I know it could have potentially have been a high stick, but you gotta drop to the butterfly. Vegas tries to tie it up again immediately after after Logan Thompson lets in that goal. But to no avail, and so we're going to overtime. And we win it. Jack Eichel with an absolute beautiful pass. He forces a turnover from Kadri, I want to say it was, and sends it straight up to Mark Stone, who goes in all alone, and he buries it and wins the game in overtime. Oh, captain, my captain. 4-point night for this dude. That's his second of the season. The last one came against Colorado when we won 7-0. And this is just a fantastic game for him. Ivan Barbashev had a good game. William Karlsson had a great game. Chandler Stevenson had a great, everyone on the Vegas Golden Knights team except for Logan Thompson had a great game. And if this is a one-off, great, sure. I do think that in general, Logan Thompson has played extremely well for us. There have been a couple of soft goals, and then there's a stinker like tonight was for him, and we still got the victory because this team is fantastic. We are 45 points through 30 games so far this season. We're 25-5. That is phenomenal. Top of the league, and I'm here complaining because our goalie let in 2 soft goals. And hopefully, because I think it's mostly Vegas fans that watch my videos, that puts into perspective, we don't need to rag on him unless this play continues, and it hasn't really been that way. He hasn't been making the phenomenal saves like Aiden Hill was before he got injured, but that doesn't mean that he sucks. He just stunk tonight, and it didn't even matter because we won, and that's what matters the most, right? Oh, and this reminded me at the very end, before the Flames tied the game at 4-4, somebody threw a victory flamingo onto the ice very prematurely, which could be a delay of game call, so you never want to do that because that's really, really bad and gives them a power play. And then 6-on-4, might have been better than our 6-on-5, who knows, but yeah, then that happens. Just don't throw stuff onto the ice, guys, unless the game is over and it's a victory flamingo. Looking at you, Dallas. Anyways, it's gonna be it for Game 30's Nightly Review. Thank you so much for watching and have a good night.